Oh, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's man. We that's what we do. We do this shit kind of shit. Yo, welcome to the chocolate
Gumbo
podcast, baby. Chocolate gumbo, chocolate gumbo.
Yeah, we tried to do that was the first time, but fuck it. We gonna let it ride anyway. You know what I'm saying? We hope you had a good weekend because we know damn sure we did. And that's the question that we like to ask every beginning of the show is, how was your weekend? You know what I'm saying? How was your weekend, Kendra?
Hey, my weekend was I worked a lot this weekend, but I did get out and have a little bit of fun. Sunday I came out and got to see you at chemistry. Well, before Sunday, Saturday we celebrated my grandmother's passing. She actually didn't want to be cremated. She passed away sometime in December. So this Saturday, my cousin rented this little spot. It was really nice, and we celebrate her life with the things she likes to do. Her favorite color is red. That lady loved money. So we had a casino theme, and we celebrated her life on Saturday. And then Sunday, I tipped outside and got to see my boy over here at chemistry doing his thing, and it was amazing.
Thank you. Kendra gave me a piece of a weekend. See that?
So wait a minute. Y'all didn't sit around crying and sad because your grandmama used to get it in?
Well, I think I was the only one that cried that day. I felt like once I got in there and I saw, the things that, we're honoring her, I'm like, man, she really gone. And this grandmother is my mother's mother.
Mm-hmm.
My mother hasn't even been dead 2 years yet. And,
Mm-hmm.
All of those emotions came back a little bit, but we did. We partied. We enjoyed her. My grandmother loved money so much that they had the little stripper thing that you shoot the money out.
Have mercy. They had singles at the grandmama celebration.
No,
because this baby don't want y'all sad. She wants y'all gambling, put on some red, and put some money in the air.
This girl walking around there talking about Niecy love money. Niecy love money, just shooting $100 bills in the air. And I'm like, this is the most West Side is. I don't want to say ghetto, but we lived our life. My grandmother lives her life up until she died. She died at 87. She lived a young life until she died. Okay. So all this energy y'all see me with, I get it from my mother and my granny.
So y'all gambled and had strippers with dollars in that. Lord.
That's how you turn
Man,
up.
I miss Granny, and I ain't never met the baby, but I miss Granny. Man, the Granny like to gamble. Shit, let's roll, baby. Straight to Vegas, Granny on a hot streak. Shit.
That part.
That is so dope. Keith, what you do this weekend, man?
Man, comedy is my main source of everything right now. Being an entertainer, being able to meet, collab, do shows, create shows, put the work in behind the scenes, be the face in front of the scenes, be the man on the stage. We had a gigantic comedy show Friday. Small Praise Report. I was brought in to be the host of the comedy show when we started at Tavern on the Grange. Shout out Tavern on the Grange. I was just a host, and it was a situation where I could just come in, be a good host, learn how to maintain the room, and move on. Things evolved and transpired to where now I have the first comedy show where they had 2 shows at Tavern on the Grange. Instead of just giving us a set, like we'll get a live band to do one set, and then we'll get your comedy show to do the other set. Friday was the first time in Tavern on the Grange short history, that we had 2 comedy shows in one night. And not only comedy shows, these was all-star comedy shows. So the Chicago people that I booked on the show was already elite Chicago comedians and comedians across the world, not just Chicago comedians. T Murph, shout out T Murph, Hulu Woke, and he was on Jimmy Fallon recently. And shout out my sis Just Niche. When I say Just Niche is one of them people that's about to take the country by storm. This lady is superbly funny. Her work ethic is crazy. She's on tour with the most popular comedians in the game right now. And other comedians came out. M Dubs, Lily Mason, my boy Harold Pierre did a feature, and Mojo Brooks, Mr. James, popped out on me. So when I'm telling you big things is cracking, and then of course I did the next day after that, I did Tavern on the Grange, Beat Space and Brunch with my boy RJ Mitchell and Gumbo Music, the band. And Sunday I did another brunch. I did a dispensary brunch where we partook in different infused items. So I was floating for the rest of the day, and I'm here now. You know, my daughter just went back to school. Thank God for the school system. Oh my God, Christmas break is over. I am so glad this little Negro is out of my damn business and out of my house. But yeah, so this weekend was great. RJ, fearless leader. Well, how was your weekend, bro?
You know what? This weekend was pretty cool, man. Friday, I talked to you Friday. I was thinking about coming. I was tired. I was thinking about coming for the comedy show. Did you go?
I did
I was about to ask Kendra. I was gonna front Kendra off. I was like, so you only hung out with me on the weekend? You ain't got with Keith?
I had to tap into both of them. You know, I forgot I did that. I be doing so much.
She forgot about the big giant show.
Everybody, the reason why we have Kendra as a part of the Chocolate Gumbo podcast is because she's a butterfly. She's a beautiful black butterfly, socialite. She loves being out. Not only is she a mother, she's a sister, she's a daughter, she's a friend. She loves to do. She's a karaoke queen, like one of the reigning queens of karaoke. She's an active member in society. When my ass be at home with my underwear on, license, and she got a bartender license, real estate, do hair, make wigs. I'm talking about she does it all. My ass be at the house, so we need her on the podcast because she be out doing shit, seeing shit,
talking to people,
a lady about the town.
So all day, all night. But
so we got her because it wouldn't be no gumbo without her.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. But to finish the weekend, Saturday we did Beach Base and Brunch again. Plug. It's happening on LaGrange. Y'all come to Chicagoland area. Come and check us out. Me and Big Keith. Beach Base and Brunch. And then Sunday, I did a brunch earlier at Tribe. That's on Lake Street. What's it called? West Loop. I think like that's West Loop, Chicago. It's called Tribe Supper Club. Did a brunch earlier that day. And then we went to Chemistry, and Kendra came over and hung out with me there. And we had my homegirl Jennifer Jones singing. She was awesome as usual. Chemistry is a very dope steakhouse.
Very new
too. Steakhouse in High Park, Illinois. Yeah. So we did that this weekend, and now we back here, just getting this show on, man, doing what we love best, man, and that's talking to you about different crazy situations. Talking about crazy situations, we got a whole laundry list going on, huh?
Well, in the world nowadays, everybody has their own opinion, and with the internet and all these social media, because it used to be the bloggers used to file in, and it would be the what do they call the magazines? The
newscasters,
not the newscasters, not
reporters,
the
media
tabloids
and stuff like that, right?
It used to be tabloids only.
Tabloids.
The tabloids, it was a $1 billion industry in the 90s because there was no internet. There was no Google some shit and figure out what's going on. You had to go to the grocery store, get all your groceries, and then you see the Inquirer and all the other dumbass, well, not dumbass, but star live based. Like they base their whole existence off the life of stars. That's what they do. That's how they got their money. So the paparazzi, you know what I mean? So it evolved from that to then the internet came out, but they didn't have a lot of social. The internet came out, but there was no social media. So then came the bloggers and the Rotten Tomatoes. You know what I mean? Review sites. It's the sites where before you buy something and before you go see it, you're going to go to the site.
Let's check it out.
To see what they say, to see what the casters say. So now we have one of the biggest stars in the world, Lizzo. Everybody shout out. Can I get some applause for Lizzo?
We love
Lizzo. We love Lizzo. But being a plus size black woman in a society where they can't wait to tear you down, she has half the people supporting her and half the people tearing her down. And there's a sound clip of her, like video clip of her on a beach and somewhere exotic, naked with a bra and panties on, well, a two-piece bikini, and she's going in about everybody having an opinion about her weight, and she's insinuating that she had some work done. And she's really mad that people like, are you okay now, everybody? Are you okay?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
Well, hold on. You saying Lizzo?
Mm-hmm.
That Lizzo
it's
had
tired
work
of the
done?
body shaming. It's tired of body shaming. Well, yeah, is that hard to believe, RJ?
No,
big people get
no. I'm not.
People get work done and don't get the big chop, bro. You go in there and get a little bit at a time. You don't have to be skinny because you got a little work done.
I don't think she had no work done. I think she was just saying that. Like I think she was just insinuating different things about.
I don't know. She said, why did you get a BBL or whatever? Like, but I don't know. Every BBL.
She got a BBL. Wait a minute.
I said she.
Where's the clip?
She mentioned
I
to
don't
it.
have.
She
Jesus
mentioned
Christ.
to it. She mentioned to it. She didn't say she did or
Okay,
not.
right.
She's talking about the people who always have an opinion.
Right.
She's
Okay,
talking
the point
about
is
the
about
body
the
shamers,
opinions.
the
Okay.
people who were in the comments or whatever she does. Like, you already had to know that they told Lizzo to lose weight before she first started. You had to know that she had to deal with, not only can I represent women, black women, big black women, I can represent little women, I can represent any woman type shit. So just like they did to Adele. Remember they were messing with Adele and Sam Smith, telling them they was too big to be a star.
I mean, that's always been a part of the music industry, though. You know, I can't necessarily speak for comedy, but I know just coming up in music, that's always been an acting, right? But you know, I know coming up in music, that's always been a big deal about like weight or size, and then don't talk about women. You know what I'm saying? It's worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Modeling.
always been, it's always been 20 times worse for women, period. But it's like even guys got it. I can remember Ruben Studdard.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal. You know, his weight and that whole thing, and with his career, that was just a big deal. So it's like I don't understand what she feels, because I feel like society actually had her back about being big more than anybody else.
Yeah.
And that was the source of her frustration, because she don't know who's supporting and she don't know who's hating. But RJ, say what you want to say. RJ, say what you want to say.
But why be frustrated if, you know what I'm saying, you chose to come out as this big girl?
Yeah,
why be frustrated?
I don't understand what the frustration. I don't understand what her frustration is. If she's happy to be big, then why does it even matter what anybody else says? You know, I don't really understand her frustration will be behind it. Like I said, I have to hear the clip. You know, you did play the clip.
Mm-hmm.
We have to hear. I wish I could hear it again. I actually didn't have it on me, but just to get a fresh idea about it. Is somebody put it to the microphone or something?
I got it, RJ. But what I'm saying is, for me, it's the fact that not only are you a plus size woman, you're moderately. You're not just on the tip of plus size. You're a full size person. Like you be juicy everywhere. It ain't like she just big up top and don't have big legs. You know what I mean? Or a big butt. Like, to be respectful, Lizzo is very voluptuous from top to bottom. I'm sure she's got big cat. And she's athletic too. Do you know how hard it is to dance and sing for a full routine? RJ?
Yeah, it's hard, regardless.
Because you're not really a dancer. You're not really a dancer. You feel me, RJ? You're not really a dancer. I ain't never seen you dance, but vocally you're unmatched. You know what I'm saying? When you're in your zone, but when you singing and dancing, that takes a level of physical fitness that is really hard to find. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just do that. You gotta be physically fit. Here you go, right here. Hold on. And she was saying that, you know what I mean, everybody has their own opinion. And well, my thing is decorum. If you don't want nobody talking about it, don't show it.
Now, where was this from?
She was on the beach somewhere. This is a PSA she said.
Okay.
Officially tired. The discourse around bodies is
ads. The freaking ads always mess up the moment. So yeah, it's just gonna take too long to come up. But yeah, RJ was saying that people don't want you to look unhealthy as well. And I'm like, just because you're big doesn't mean you're unhealthy. Let's stop the stigmata. There's some skinny people that are really unhealthy, and a big person, big and eat and don't exercise and live to 80 years old, while the little motherfucker died at 50 because you had a heart attack. Like, so body, the
she
size
said
of your
body
body
was art.
Yeah, she said her body was art, and it is. It is.
Her body is art, and she's presenting art to everybody. Her body. So,
okay.
Do you agree with that or no?
I mean, she has a right. She has a right to believe her body is art. I like what Keith said. He did make a valid point about being skinny don't necessarily mean healthy, but I don't necessarily think being big necessarily means healthy either. Though, you know, that's just me. I'm not saying it doesn't necessarily mean you're just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? As you know, but It doesn't mean you're the unhealthiest person. And I've seen bigger people that eat better than smaller people. You know what I'm saying? And work out and got stamina that can move. I've seen that personally. So I do agree with that. But I'm just gonna leave it out there. Being big don't necessarily mean you're not healthy, if that makes sense.
Well, we want everybody to be healthy, and sometimes having that type of body frame kind of does mean that you could be unhealthy in some type of way. You got you got diabetes, you got heart problems, all these things going on in the world today. So, we just want everybody to be healthy, and whatever your body type is, just as long as you're healthy, celebrate it. Do you love it?
Go ahead, RJ. Go ahead.
Now, I agree with loving yourself and loving what you have and accepting you, but at the same time, you don't have to. I don't feel like you have to accept that as your end result because you love it or love where you at. You feel what I'm saying? Like I could be slow. I'm okay. I know I'm slow. I could love me and I'm slow, but I know I'm trying to run faster. I could still work towards running fast and still love that I'm not the fastest. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know if I'm making sense.
All I'm saying is Lizzo is a multi-talented, a young female African American who is not the stereotypical body size of frame that modern day civilization has brought us to want to be. Okay. But at the same time, taken from me, I've been a big dude my whole life. Even when I was at my youngest, I still was kind of hefty. That's why I would never want Lizzo to hear this and take this to offense, especially after we said Tavlon Range. But we don't talk about Lizzo and Tavlon Range at all. But I've been a big dude my whole life. Like I was a big kid. Like I was the kid that was kind of chunkier than all the other kids. You know what I'm saying? So for a while, when we was like 5 to 8, I was just as fast as all the other kids because I had more muscle mass. I had more body mass. So I had to move more. So my muscles were stronger then. Then, you know what I'm saying? Everybody about 9, 10, 11, 12, they kind of thinned out. You feel me? So they get more twitch fiber muscles when I was still kind of a big kid. You feel me? So I was always like stocky big, right? So as I got older and ate more and worked out less, when I was in my 30s, I got to like 300 pounds. But I was at my best still operating with that much weight. And the older I got, my system slowed down. So then I had to lose weight to match how my system is processing food and my activity level. So Lizzo, how old is Lizzo? Got to be like 25. Lizzo,
I think she's under 30. I'll check
Lizzo is in her 20s, boy. This lady does hour concerts, boy. Travels the country, boy. This lady is healthy.
She's 34.
She's 34. She's still in her prime then. She's 34, still in her prime, on tour all over the country, making hundreds of millions of dollars or generating it. You feel me? If she's not making it. So to be able to fly, right? Have a diet regimen to where you can go and be on a plane, off a plane, do a concert, leave the concert, pack up, go to, or if you're not doing a weekend, go to another. So she is on the road. So she has to eat right. She has to be in tip-top condition to do all the things she's doing. So for people to say that she's big and she is healthy, she's sweating, and she a millionaire. So her diet got to be immaculate. Somebody cooking for her. She ain't going to Aldi's and eat no bullshit. Do you understand? So Lizzo, God bless you. Respectfully, we're just talking about this topic because you sharing it on the PSA because everybody's going through it. You just going through it at the top level. You at the top. You're a crossover mainstream artist. People in Europe and Germany and Greece and Rome, not just black people in black areas. You are transforming lives all across this world. So God bless you. Keep being the you are. If you a juicy motherfucker, be a juicy motherfucker. If you a slim motherfucker, be a slim motherfucker. If you dark skinned, start a motherfucking podcast called Chocolate Gumbo and help people realize that you ain't got to be light skinned to be pretty. This is our whole mantra of why this podcast was important, because no matter who you are, what you look like, you matter.
You matter.
That's true.
So next topic. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen out in we only are talking about this topic because it's important to know people's lives are of the most high value, and this topic is important because of the mixture between big money, sports, race, commentators, and athletes. So this next topic is very important. His name is DeMar Hamlin,
Yes.
Buffalo Bills. I believe he was delivering a hit. I think he's a defensive back.
Yeah.
Not somebody there, not somebody that has the ball that needs to be attacked. This man was on the attack, flew in to make a play, made the play, got up and collapsed on the field. And that happens a lot with modern day sports that are such high volume contact and high velocity contact, such as football, hockey, soccer. You know what I mean? It's a lot of rough sports, but football, you guys got equipment. You know what I mean? Y'all got metal and fiberglass. Yeah, y'all got metal that y'all can aim and hit somebody with. So it's a big crush, a big impact. The man, according to reports, NFL, according to multiple news sources, according to them, he either flatlined once or twice on the field.
Wow.
I was watching it live. And with modern day sports, injuries are a big part of the game.
Right.
Injury could end your season. Like if it's the right person, so or the wrong person, whatever you want to call it. But injuries can mess up the whole season. And football, modern day football, a $1 billion industry, right? Multi-billion dollar industry, $100 billion industry. So these games must happen. It's a lot riding on this. So key. So Skip Bayless from the Undisputed Podcast made a tweet. Like everybody's understanding, everybody knows what we got to go on. Skip Bayless made a tweet saying that, yes, no doubt the NFL should postpone this game, but how? A game of this magnitude, a game that is so crucial to the end of the season, which all seems so irrelevant now. He made a double-ended post and not delete. He left it up there. And it was backlash throughout sports, not just the NFL. But the highlight is always on the NFL because of the head injuries, the trauma that these guys have been going through, and guys have been killing themselves. And the Aaron Hernandez story where the man had so much head trauma from over and over that he lost his control of his violent tendencies and started doing dumb shit and tripping and tweaking and got killed eventually. So, or killed himself, I think so. What is it? What I forgot what it's called. It's CTE. Do your research, people. So, for the trade-off of having $1 million job, you can potentially be wrecking your health for the rest of your life. And I think the players and a lot of commentators is like, bro, how could you?
It was just tasteless, and it didn't show no care for him to make that type of tweet to me. As we could see, most people feel like money is the most important thing, but people's lives are important too. We can't get that back. So for him to literally tweet that within hours or an hour of it happening,
I think that was while it was happening. While he was on the field motionless.
It was crazy. I mean, but yeah.
Because he was on the field. He was on the field getting administered CPR.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, if somebody broke their leg and he said that or felt like that, because history have shown that the person's okay. They had an injury, and it's a little different knowing with sports, especially football. You kind of expect that with the sport. Even with my son, he coming up playing high school football. Kids get injured, and even in kid football, your kid will get somebody get injured. It happens every year. You know, an arm broke, leg broke. It happens because it's football. So anybody that's follow football or that have kids in football that really are fan of the game, it happens. So we expect that. But that wasn't an injury.
That wasn't a regular injury, bro. The man stood up
and
passed out. Listen, anytime somebody falls, you can tell how they fall. Kind of like if you're watching live sports, you can tell how they fall. You trying to put it in your mind, oh, that's an ankle, that's a knee.
Yeah.
He tweaked his hip, he tweaked his back. Or with the concussion protocol now, guys have been completely out because the velocity is so hard and the impact is so much that they're completely out. And 20, 30 years ago, your coach would be like, stop being a bitch and get in there and play. And you dazed like a motherfucker and nobody know. But now with the CTE research and the focus on it, if they think you got a concussion, they taking your helmet protocol. You feel me? So they're putting in safety mechanisms only after people have been getting hurt. So when he fell, he didn't fall forward and brace his fall. He didn't fall to the side, favor his knee. He stood straight up and went straight backwards with his hands up and faced up. So that means you have to be completely passed out because you didn't even try to brace your fall.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah, he
wasn't even.
So I knew right away because, like I said, I'm an athlete or ex-athlete. I ate my way out the game, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. when you know certain things about body posture and you know what I'm saying, how people fall. When you see somebody fall backwards with their hands up, get them people immediate medical care. And I think that's a lot of things too. It's so rare we see people in a medical distress type of situation that we don't know how to react. Like if you see somebody choking on the peppermint, you don't know what to do. You shook like they shook. So we need to be more aware of what's really going on. And when they sat on that field for 10 minutes, I'm like, damn, bro must be fucked up. Is he talking? He ain't moving. And they had him all completely surrounded. The cameras couldn't get in there to him. No. Then 20 minutes went past. I'm like, damn, they had commercial again. Then 30 minutes went past. Then they went to the locker room.
Yeah, it gets scary.
Because after he got carted off, everybody went to the locker room. I'm like, oh, okay, they just going to regroup and get some Gatorade. And then they start packing up the equipment. I said, oh, what you said? I was saying N-word at the time. All respects to Mar Hamlin. He's in full recovery, by the way, also. I said, this nigga must be hurt. He must be fucked up. If they packing up the equipment, he must. I was saying that the inevitable at that time that I thought it had to be if they doing all of this. But I'm not thinking that the game is more important than this. That's what I'm saying. As the moment was, you know what I'm saying, moving, your mind starts wrapping further and further around the enormity of what's happening. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, dude must be. He got to be.
If you playing a game, this is my thing. If I don't care what you're doing, right? In any profession, I don't care the biggest professionals in the world, right? If something happened and you're a comedian, you're doing a comedy thing, and something like that happened to a fellow comedian that you're with,
or audience member, like on stage, yeah.
Okay, or just anything like that, right? That take you out the game mentally. It ain't no show. The crowd ain't into it. Who's want to see a football game? Nobody. At the end of fuck that game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it becomes. That they teammates, his teammates, they crying and emotional. It's just you're not even in the game.
The opponents,
the opposing team
was
is the same way.
There's the first, I think they was the first people to administer life-saving aid to this man. I believe it was the you know what I mean. They was working together to say, because at this moment there's nothing more important than this man's life.
That's it.
And you know it goes higher up, RJ. Okay, any big corporation has people at the bottom and people at the what?
At the top.
So Amazon, you know what I mean. The Jeff Bezos and them could give a damn if a worker. I'm not gonna say could give. Let me stop. Let me take that back. Big corporations care less about what it takes to make the bottom work. Okay? Period. Point blank. I'm not gonna take away. We can edit that out. Big corporations, the people at the top, care less what it takes to make the bottom work, as long as you make it work. You feel me?
Right.
And there were people at both ends of this spectrum, RJ. We care about life. We was worried about this man's life, but it could have been a small percentage of people that Skip was representing in that tweet. You know what I'm saying? No doubt the NFL postponed this game. No doubt. But how? That right there defeats the point of you even saying anything, exactly. Mr. Bayless.
It was very insensitive. And my thing of it is this what I'm saying. We can all, I don't care where you from, what race, none of that. We all can say that we all value life and family, period. Wherever walk of life you from, most of us value life, especially people that we love and care about, right? So if you see somebody's playing a game or doing something they love, and he's a young man and doing it and something happened, and that's your thought. What if that was your son? What if that was your wife, Ernestine, that he talks about all the time? What if that was her? You know what I'm saying? And you would want the world to stop. You in distress and you feel that helplessness. You know what I'm saying? Like we're people that went through tragic loss, felt that helpless moment. You wanted everything to stop. So to say that how can they stop that is very insensitive. And you should take it down. If we gotta be sensitive about what we say about people sexual orientations, we can't be sensitive about what we say about life. That doesn't make sense. Most sensitive.
I mean, because we cannot get that back. It was just that tweet should definitely come down. Like,
yeah, and he should be penalized for that.
Yeah.
If somebody said something about derogatory about somebody, race or religion, or you know what I'm saying, then that would be wrong. And we all agree on that.
RJ, there's a bigger point. There were some opinions chimed in across, like I say, sports. My boy Steven Jackson, he said that had that been a particular player that Skip Bayless prefers over any other football player in the history of football, I'm not going to say his name because we don't want nobody to get injured, but had that been another particular player or a player of more higher value, then Skip's opinion would have been different. And that's the twist of it. This guy was a no-name African-American player who got his contract, worked his butt off his whole life, very talented, young, healthy, just so happened to almost die on the field and fuck up big money. It wasn't even a player of that caliber. So if it was another player, he probably would have been oh man, this is huge. I can't believe this happened. They have to play this game over.
Skip would have had to call off work if that would have happened to Tom Brady.
Oh Lord, I didn't want to say the name. The
I'll
man
say
said
it.
the name.
I'll say it.
If that would have happened to Tom Brady, Skip would have jumped through the TV.
He would have called off. He never misses a day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That dude is one of the hardest working cats. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to doing that job, you know, with that. But that was very insensitive.
You remember in Django when they shot old boy Candy and Samuel Jackson like, that would have been Skip Bayless with Tom Brady.
That would have been Skip Bayless. I promise you.
Yep.
I promise you.
That's
He
how
would
much
have
he loved
took
that
off
man.
for bereavement.
But
if something bad happened.
speaking of taking off, did you know Shannon Sharp didn't come in to work the next day?
No,
Shannon Sharp didn't come into work the next day because I'm trying to tell you, some shit happened when players see another player down. That's a brotherhood, just like sororities and fraternities and the fraternal order of police and doctors and dentists and obstetricians, basketball players, baseball players. They hate each other on the field, but our brotherhood is strong.
Yeah.
Because all of our families, all of our wives, all of our mothers, all of our kids, all of our friends are watching these games that we just gave them 40 free tickets for. Everybody in the stands crying. So somebody care about DeMar Hamlin. Somebody know DeMar Hamlin probably the shining star in their family. But we forget because the NFL is a league and it'd be no-name players, but every player in the league was their best player in their region, and their family is not living off of, but that particular person in a lot of families, his income is driving that family to higher levels.
Yeah.
Those kids are living a better life. They go do bigger shit at their cousin DeMar house on the summer trips and all that shit because my cousin DeMar in the league. My cousin DeMar, a star. He played with a woo wop the bam.
Yeah.
And to see this man on the floor about to die, and this man is doing this for himself, God himself, his family. Yeah. And so the world stopped, Mr. Bayless. But your world didn't stop because you got money and you do this. And bro, ain't no but how.
I heard people from different sports. I mean, from even basketball was like, yo, like I can't even really get into what I'm doing at this game right now because of this. They wasn't even at the game. Don't have nothing to do with the sport. But because it represented sports, it represented this young man as somebody, we should all feel that. We should, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't, and it's like, man, it shouldn't matter if it was the biggest person on the field or the least name.
Or somebody on the sidelines just working the Gatorade.
It don't matter if it was the coach, right? You right, or the Gatorade board, or somebody in the stand. It don't matter, but that's how
It breaks down.
we've done things.
Bro, do you know how much money is transacted every time a national football game is aired on TV? Forget just playing. Aired on TV. Do you know how much money is generated from marketing, franchising, motherfucking? Are you serious? You talking about $100 million episode, boy? So for that to be, and I see it from both sides, but I definitely don't see it from the side of big money and nothing that don't value life. But that's this world, bro. That's this world, and that's why the NFL is show business. 10% talent, 90% business, brother. And that's how I go. They already try to make. That's what the Kyrie Irving situation was about when they try to say we slaves to this shit and you don't be a slave and all. Well, you kind of got to play along, buddy. You gotta, you not. That's why I tell my daughter, listen, talk your talk, Keith. When my daughter goes to school and she was having little issues in school or whatever, I say, when you go to school, you're not yourself. You're a student first. You can be yourself when you get back home. You can be yourself when you get off that bus and walk to the crib, then you turn back into yourself. But when you get off that bus and walk into that school, you are not yourself first. You are not there to be yourself. You're there to be a student version of yourself. Going to class and talking when it's time to talk and chill and have fun. But your school you're not you. When you go to work every day, you're not yourself at work. You're an employee to that job. And then you're yourself. That's how it works. Period, point blank. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. So when you're down, things have to move on. But this just wasn't regular down. And I was going to say what's significant about this injury is, have you known every big injury, no matter how bad the injury is, when they caught the playoff, what does he do? They say, give the crowd a thumbs up so we can keep going. That man couldn't give a thumb nothing. But praise to God that wasn't the story. That was not how his life was going to end, because we know how God works. God don't care about your friends, family, don't care about what you're doing. When it's your time to go, your time to go. Damar Hamlin, please keep him making not a speedy recovery. Take your time, get your body right, see what's going on. The man is in recovery. He's sitting up talking to the doctors, his family. He is alive. But football is a cruel sport.
It is.
Because Kendra, what'd you say you saw?
In regards to what?
The man, Damar Hamlin, and the Pittsburgh Steelers you was talking about?
Oh yeah,
I didn't see it.
So the Steelers is something that they do every game, the CPR
football celebration.
CPR football celebration. And they did that this particular Sunday's game, and they're getting backlash for doing it because they're saying it's too soon after what happened to Hamlin. But that's something that they do all the time. They do that already. So, I mean, I don't know how to feel about that, especially if it was something we're already doing. Don't stop what you're doing. I mean, they were still celebrating it.
Yeah, you still gotta, with the climate of the world and the way things and stuff, you still gotta be just you're right. It is sensitivity, but you still gotta be like cautious of what you're doing and timing and all of that, because it affects everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting it.
That was a very sensitive.
It's a sensitive thing, and I don't. If it's something they've been doing and it's not like it's a jab, I don't see them taking a jab.
No, I wasn't.
Nothing like that. But you're right. I mean, they do definitely got to be. That is kind of sensitive, and
RJ and Kendra, cut it out. Okay, football is a gladiated sport, and it's a blood sport, low key. So. And you say they've been doing the celebration already?
They always do it.
These elite athletes, these alpha males, they taunting is 60% of the mental aspect. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get in your head and get you out your game. Plus, these Steelers players and Buffalo Bills, they're in the same conference, so they rivals. And if they've been doing it already, they definitely ain't finna stop doing it now. They probably didn't do it last week. I'm sure a lot of those Steelers players, if not all of them, was crying and praying for that boy when they saw after they finished.
They did do it last week. That's what they were saying. They was tweeting it because they said it was too soon.
Lord have mercy. Well, what I'm saying is the week the baby got hurt, okay?
No. Oh, well, I don't
know.
The
week the baby got hurt, I bet you them same players said a prayer for him to live.
Yes.
But now he's alive, so we can be assholes again, okay? That's how football works. That's just how it worked.
Okay.
Okay, RJ. You warned us, RJ. You warned us, and I didn't believe you, but you warned us. Your boy Keith Murray. We got some womp womp music. Womp womp womp.
We got some.
Oh my God, your boy Keith Murray,
That
bro.
man.
Your boy Keith.
He got
Murray.
all the jokes, man.
Your
He
boy-
is going in. I don't know
What is it, RJ?
Listen, I think it's kind of like, oh, y'all gonna pay me to say this? And he got some more stories. It's kind of like you know how when somebody hit a lick and
So
they
the
realize
first-
they hit a hit,
So the first one,
and they
the
keep
first one
going
was
back
who?
for the lick.
The first one was who?
The first one was Jesus Christ,
Foxy Brown, right?
Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
That was the
But we
first
thought
one.
he
and
was done. We thought it was
no,
over.
no. He was not close to being done.
But now we know.
Man, he came back, did an outfit change. And shout out to, I think it's the Art of Dialogue podcast that have him on there. Shout out to them. But they have him on there and he's just running amok, man. Just talking about, I think the next thing he talked about was Shauna.
Yep.
And
What about
shout out to Shauna, Chicago's own.
Chicago
Shauna.
Queen?
Yes,
Come on
yes. And she handled it with grace and style, man. I follow Shauna on IG.
Shauna
and
love me. Every time I see Shauna, I say
she laughed about it, and it was funny to her, and really was like, "Hey, man, y'all just keep them in your prayers." Just real like he up there talking crazy, but that's real. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I seen an interview with Reggie Wright. I think Reggie Wright Jr. And he said, quote on this interview, he said something about that he looked like a crackhead. So I'm not saying Keith Murray.
I gotta watch it.
I'm not saying, I don't know. I'm not putting that out there, but that's what he said. And when I looked at it, I gotta agree.
Shauna had posted that.
You look kind of crazy.
Shauna said that y'all need to stop calling me and hit me up about this leaf head. What is leaf?
Weed is
no. Weed is a flower. Weed is when you go to the dispensaries and get marijuana, it's a flower, it's buds. So weed ain't leaf.
What is leaf?
Leaf is PCP, I think, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
some type of drug, I guess.
I think it's PCP. I'm pretty sure it's a hallucinogen. Yeah. It went from hilarious. It has its funny moments because everybody is funny. Like just because you ailing from something, don't mean that you're not still your personable, beautiful. You can't be a beautiful person and suffering from some type of addiction. You are a beautiful person. You just suffering from something, and you need to get you some help. And from what I seen from it, I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I seen is somebody that probably needs some help because he's about to pull his dick out. When he about to pull his dick out, I turned it off. Yeah. So the man said, "No, not in here, bro. Not in here. Not on this. Not on this."
He said you might have to what he say, blink this out. Or something.
Yeah, he said, I could have been a porn star. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, man. Hold on. What are you doing?
Serious as ever. Like,
so this is, I hope they doing this so this man can, or anybody that's suffering can see that you suffering. You get you some help. It's entertaining, but it's not
too, man.
It's like if you care about people, it turns from entertaining to concerning. But the nigga said some shit about Superhead that was hilarious. He said her hair's so good, her mouth should come with a cape. I said, a cape on her mouth? He said, and then when she started, his dick had a cape and they was flying around the room. I said, now that's some good head right there.
Yeah, he is funny. Shout out, he's a funny dude and is a very talented rapper too, man. I mean, beyond this podcast, like just for the youngest that's checking it out and probably like, random seeing like, who the hell is Keith Murray, whatever. Y'all laughing at him now. Google him. He's pretty dope. He was pretty dope back in the day. I'm pretty sure the rapping skills are there, but it's just a sign.
He was one of the most revered rappers out there at the time. Keith Murray was one of the ones that, man, was revered and at the top of the game. And
he's dope.
No matter what you do, drugs will take you down, kids.
Yeah, so these pills and stuff, man, y'all just watch that stuff, man. Like it'll catch up to you. And you don't really know when it catch up to you. You just be looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny, but because it's like I've been the young cat, and Keith Murray reminds me of the cats that used to hang out in front of the liquor store with them stories, and they talk just like that. They tell you the funny stories, or them the cats that we used to when we was underage drinking. We used to get them money to get the liquor, the winos.
Good old fashioned
Yeah.
wino. All
But
the
you know they
winos
had a
dead.
wine, but you know what they was doing too. You know what I'm saying? They was doing the other stuff as well. But just the way he said his story, the way he was acting, it kind of reminded me of that. And I remember being young, seeing the winos and stuff like that, and wondering like, how did they? And you hear stories. I know we all seen some winos and stuff in the neighborhood, and you hear these stories about how remarkable some of them was.
They
Some of them
really
were like hood hoop stars or
Mhm,
athletes
mhm,
or
mhm.
very smart or you know,
Outstanding people with a story
Okay.
that you couldn't believe.
that you couldn't believe. And you hear these stories and it's like you just see this result of that. But just really like getting older and seeing the younger Keith Murray or whatever, and then just seeing him act like this, it's like, man, what is going on?
And that's what I said. It goes from entertaining. It has its ups and downs. It has its very funny moments. It's like, damn, that took a dark turn. Then hilarious. Then, bro, what's wrong with bro? Then funny, then concerning, then funny. It was a whole. It's a roller coaster.
Like that.
It's a roller coaster.
It's exactly like
because
that.
okay, now listen. If you don't know both sides of it, that's where a lot of these young kids not gonna know. They're gonna tune it out because they're not gonna see the progression. But I'm from 91 to 2023. Keith Murray, man, then lived a life at the top. But I mean, bro, when you suffering, and there's people suffering from way more than drug addiction. You suffering from bullshitting yourself. You suffering from procrastination. You suffering from gambling. You suffering from not knowing how to handle credit cards and just keep fucking them up and don't want to tell nobody you need help. A lack of seeking help is just enabling you to be fucked up. And a lot of people suffer from that. Don't know how to get help. Don't know how to ask for help. Don't know how to be open to people helping them. So stop being addicted to bullshit and get addicted to living life better. Chocolate gumbo, bitch.
Yeah.
Because that nigga Keith Murray, whatever that nigga smoking, do not smoke it. It is not for children.
It's not for children.
Dude, this nigga, didn't you say he said something about Bill Cosby's daughter? With all due respect, according to Keith Murray. According to Keith Murray.
He says she looked just like Bill Cosby, so he couldn't get it up or something. Man.
Oh, he couldn't do what?
It said something about he couldn't get it up because her face looked just like Bill
Cosby. Hey.
Oh my God.
Would you like a pudding pop looking ass?
Yeah, and he said something about a pudding pop.
Lord.
He made pudding pop references.
That's what I'm saying. He's being entertaining, but come on.
He's definitely entertaining. I mean, like I said, shout out to the podcast, a shot of man, you know.
Much respect, Keith Murray.
Keith Murray,
big fan,
man.
Bro. I just want to see you at your best. I don't want to see you out here.
These stories are cool, but it's kind of like, hey man,
we don't want to see you out here. We want to see.
We don't need to say no more stories, man. Leave them alone, man, because you getting out of hand with all this story.
Hey, look, the more tragic the story. Because guess what's gonna happen?
Already got him on the line now.
Already about to pay that man 20 bands, and you know what's gonna happen with that. Anywho, but what they need to do is pick rappers like Keith Murray and do a Keith Murray biopic, but don't call it a Keith Murray biopic and just do it. Boy, Keith Murray was one of them dudes, man.
Yeah,
he's a wild cat. I know he's a wild cat, so I know he's been through some wild ass shit.
Yeah, he definitely a wild cat, man. Once again, shout out to Keith Murray, man. Oh God, man, is that all with the current events?
I mean, Tory Lane, we got Tory Lanez and Kanye West always still floating in the ether. We gonna pray for Kanye, still praying for Kanye and Tory Lanez. We know y'all still regular people under all of that stardom. Y'all are still regular people somewhere deep down. Kanye West kids was on the internet going viral, and when I say Northwest look like Kanye because he painted a little goatee. With the way the eyes set, that's your baby, brother. Hey, you got to pay some child support for that one because that is you right there. Kanye, I love you, brother. I'm supporting you. I'm rooting for you in every way possible. But Northwest look just like with that little goatee painted on. And I'm like, damn, that look like. I thought that was somebody acting like that. That was really Kim Kardashian and Northwest. I'm like, whoa,
that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Shout out to Kanye, man. With Tory Lanez? Did he get a sentence or
no? He's still awaiting about
that? I'm trying to figure out why they just saying he got a new lawyer. Like for what?
I mean, he got Suge Knight on lawyer. So I think Tory Lanez is gonna pursue this. Somebody got to get the litigation together. You know what I mean? Because he sat on this charge, and like I said, when you sitting in jail for 6 months at a time, you want to get the fuck out of there. You feel me? Like for real, he got to appeal. He can appeal it. Can he appeal it and all that? Can you appeal a criminal conviction?
I'm pretty sure, but I don't. I think it's maybe a time limit. I don't really know. I don't really know 100% about it, but I definitely will look more into it, and so we can figure out, because I figured if they found him guilty, sitting a sentencing or something be coming up. So
yeah.
No
Well,
RIPs
maybe he's
today.
appealing it.
Thank God, no
So,
RIPs today. Thank God, no
Thank God.
RIPs.
thank
Well.
God, thank God, thank God.
There's been a lot of people passing, but we still here. But you know what? I wanted to ask y'all about. Do y'all deal with crazy exes
What do you
around
mean
here?
deal with?
Like,
What do you mean
have
deal
y'all
with?
had a situation where you dealt with a person in your life and they just won't let you move on, and they just turn crazy on you? Your ex, like you trying to put them in the past, moving towards your future, and here come this person stalking, ringing, chasing. Have y'all had that? Have y'all had?
Go ahead,
that?
RJ.
Have you had a crazy ex?
I mean, you know what? I had crazy people that became my ex, but
Profound.
but
Because
not
they was crazy.
necessarily, yeah, but not necessarily was doing crazy things. They had enough sense. If it's like I'm done, I'm done. They had tried to put up a little fight, but I didn't really have that kind of thing. That's mostly women deal with that a little bit more than men. But men deal with it a lot, but
We're
women
gonna
deal
have to
with
see
that
about
a
that.
little
I
bit
don't
more
know,
than
RJ.
men. I don't know.
I don't know,
So wait,
RJ.
what you mean? The
It's
women deal with
the constant- with
way
the constant-
nah, bro. I think that number's way more closer than that, brother. If you had 100% of everything and it was men versus women that's crazy exes that won't leave the ex alone, you gotta go. That's 53-47, bro. Probably more. I think it's more men than it is women, but it is close. The line is close. If you talking about, man, please. What?
No, I'm not saying it's like a stupid difference, but I just believe it's more for women. I mean, it is women because I do know.
I'm trying to get clarification.
He said it's more dudes that's territorial that won't let go than it is
women are
females that won't.
territorial, but women also have a pride of, man, I ain't playing the second. It's the pride of I ain't second for nobody, and it make the fall back a little bit better. For guys, they just be like, no, that's my girl.
I think it depends on what sign you are now.
Okay, we talking. Hold on, we talking about baby mamas too.
You gotta talk about baby mamas.
Well, you out
daddies.
your fucking mind, then, RJ. Ain't no motherfucking way in hell. If we talking about baby mamas, you talking about men won't let go more than women. You out your fucking mind. Women have kids just to keep the nigga. Are you serious right now, RJ? Come on, RJ, don't do that.
No, you right, but it be niggas that be on that too, dog.
But for the most part, what do you hear? These men be committing actual murders from the women that they can't have. You don't hear a lot of women out here.
Yes,
murdering
Kendra
more
and
than
RJ.
men.
I do.
I've had
Kendra and RJ.
My wife watched Snap, so
I was just about to say I watched Snap, obsessed,
and
met the wrong man on
many
BT.
women killing these dudes,
Man,
like,
knocking these
poison
motherfuckers
the
off.
hell out of them, or get
you
their
kidding me?
side dude to take them out, and then they both go
That's
down.
just
Y'all
crazy.
tripping.
Hey, we gotta be careful out here, man. For real, like women and men, because it's some crazy exes,
There's some
crazy
different
people.
So what you mean
ingredients.
about crazy? What's your definition of crazy, Kendra?
So,
because crazy mean dangerous. Crazy mean you're in danger. I've never been in danger.
I haven't either. I have not been in danger, but I was trying to figure out how to say this.
Yeah, you got to be more specific because crazy.
Make it plain.
I mean, so I
crazy mean
I've
unpredictable.
been married most of my life, so I really don't have an experience like that. But from the dating aspect of me just dating, some people that I've dated, I'm a little nervous about some actions that's transpiring. So I'm trying to handle it in a certain way, but
don't look over
I
here.
just feel like
you and your ex-boyfriend stay y'all crazy ass over there. Don't look over here. I haven't had
a boyfriend. I've been dating. But there's some people out here that do weird things when they don't feel like they don't have
Megan.
you. I don't know how to explain.
Okay,
what
Megan.
I'm saying.
Megan. Hold on, Megan. Hold on, Megan. Let's do this chocolate gumbo question. Chocolate gumbo question. Can you have an ex if y'all was never in a relationship? Chocolate gumbo.
So that is something because I find myself saying exes. I'm gonna say yes.
Thank you,
It's an
Megan.
ex. If it's a dating ex, if it's a relationship ex, if it's a husband ex, boyfriend ex, girlfriend ex, whatever, it's ex. So an ex person that I've dated,
Okay.
a few of them has kind of been a little.
So dated people get territorial more than relationship people?
Surprisingly, I've experienced that, and yes, and I don't even know how, but it happens in dating. No commitment.
Have you had a worse separation experience with people that you dated worse than your like ex husbands?
The experience in regards to how they act? Yes. Yes.
So it's been worse.
Yes, it was
separating from people you dated.
Not for me.
Than the people you were married to?
So for me, no, but for the person, it's yes. Like so I'm saying yes because of the actions that came behind the person that I stopped, a person or the people I've stopped dating, opposed to when I left my marriages, they didn't act like that.
Because they was done. They was tired.
I left the marriages.
They wanted to be free.
No, I left.
Man, if she left it
I
don't
left
matter because
the marriages.
If you left the man and he didn't chase after you, he wanted you
I
to
didn't say he
leave.
didn't chase. I said it didn't get crazy. Well, I could say they were crazy exes.
no, it shouldn't be a right because he probably let you know where he stood, and you probably said, "No, I don't stand this way." And he probably realized, like, okay, well, you ain't with it. What are we? I ain't about to fight you over it.
I mean,
But
it was
it's
easier
funny
transitioning out of that in the
You
matter
would
of
think
not
that
being
would be
scared.
worse. You would think. So for the average listener, people who haven't even been married, they will probably think getting out of a marriage, you'll deal with a crazy ex versus getting out of a relationship. But it seems that's not the case. It seems from what you're telling me, and the dating scene is really whack.
It's something going on these days. Yeah, I don't know. No commitment. Knowing I'm dating. Okay, you know what? We're not for each other, and we're gonna move forward.
Okay, and that's a big deal.
It's been a big deal.
Really?
It's been a big deal.
Keith,
And I can't, I'm trying to understand it.
Have you experienced that?
Have I ever had a crazy ex? Yes. My oldest daughter's mom was very trialsome. She used to call me with a disguised voice, caller ID blocked, was letting the air out the chick tires that crib I was over, just not flattening the tires or put a nail behind it or something.
She knew how to take the pen out.
Shit, I'm talking about, man. She was
cold blooded.
She was definitely different. But I got a question for y'all. Have y'all ever been the crazy ex? See, people say, "Oh, I had a crazy ex." Nigga, you was a crazy ex too. I think I never been a crazy ex. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And I always been like that. I used to be a bit of a dog ass nigga, but when it comes to leaving people alone, I can make myself leave you alone. I can make myself leave you alone, and I'm with your dog ass. So you know I can make myself leave you alone. If you gone and the shit over with, I'll get over it. Like I'll just take that L. You know what I mean? But I think that's where I'm at now. I'm tired of taking L's, but I ain't never been no crazy ex. You ever been a crazy ex? You ever did something crazy? Bust out? Oh, I did. Damn it. Back in the 90s.
It spoke too damn soon.
I've grown. I'm matured. I've evolved.
I've evolved. Too damn soon.
Melissa, I'm sorry I broke your mirrors off your Ford Escort in Evergreen Plaza Mall. I broke both of them bitches off. Bink, bink. So that's
broke the mirrors off the
car.
Both side mirrors, not just one, both of them off the car. Vroom, vroom. I told you I used to be strong.
You was hurt.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
That was hurt.
I cheated and she cheated and I was mad. But I was like 18, 19.
Yeah,
so I was out there open.
You needed that.
No. I cheated with 2-3 people. She fucked 2-3 people at once. Yeah, had a menage a trois with. She had shut up, you. She had a menage a trois with her best friend and my homie from my singing group.
Oh.
On some motherfucking what was that group? What to do if your son was at home? I don't know. I don't flow.
Oh, yeah, City High.
Okay.
So she gave somebody else a menage a trois, not you?
Yeah, she did. I cheated on her. I think I cheated on her and I gave her a little something. Get you a little something. And yeah, I think I gave her something.
TMI.
Yeah, I think I gave her something. And then we're gonna have to bleep her name out because now everybody gonna know she had chlamydia, bitch. And I moved from Chicago. I got my little pills. I moved from Chicago. And as I got a note that said one day, no, she said she called me crying, talking about my homeboy took advantage of her. I'm like, what? He raped me. Man, I'll call that motherfucker. Man, what the fuck going on? He's like, man, look, your girl and her best friend came and knocked me down. The nigga look just like one of them Swift niggas. Yeah, one of them Swift niggas. My nigga Swift ain't like that, but my man Nick from back in the day, our singing group, all day long. Swole little caramel nigga, swole, sing his ass off, right? So the nigga say, I'll put you on. I said, man, stop lying. He said, I'll put you on three-way with a girl right now. Just don't say nothing. Back when three-way was the original internet. Remember three-way?
Yeah.
He telling the whole story.
So listen,
y'all.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get chocolate come over today. So she called me crying, saying that he raped her, right? I call him, snapping on him, because this is my dog, this is my boy, this is my bro. You know what I'm saying? We done ran through a few of them. Put it like that. We done ran through a few of them, right?
He was mad at him because
So
he
I
wasn't
call
in
her
on it. That's
right.
why he
Hey,
was
RJ,
mad.
get out my business, motherfucker. You hold on. So
you gonna do this without me, dog?
So look, she called me crying. I'll call him snapping. He called her best friend and said, don't say nothing. He called the best friend and said, man, what y'all doing? What you saying? Who y'all who? Man, what you doing, girl? Nothing, chilling. Man, it was crazy the other night. When I did get a little wild. I mean, he's like, I didn't know your best friend was even into me like that. She had been saying something, but you know what I'm saying? We would just want to try something with you, and then you was the one we want to try with, and it was great. So we trying to see when we're gonna do it again. He's like, all right, well, let me hit you back in a minute.
Damn.
I'm sitting there like I'm talking about stomach hurting. Do you hear me? Pit of the stomach, heart bleeding, head hurting. And she shaped up like Lizzo. So I'm telling you, Lizzo.
He broke the windows off your car.
So that's why I said Lizzo, I always been in a big, beautiful motherfucking chick. So you understand me, Lizzo? You ain't nowhere wrong, nothing wrong with you. I didn't like them all sizes. Mid size with a pink and blue jogging suit on, and Lizzo size with all her goodies out, with big legs, big calves, big stomach, big booty, big shoulders, pretty face, all that. So ain't nothing wrong with you big girls, because I'll break the windows off your motherfucking car if you do a three-way with motherfucking my nigga from the singing group again.
That was supposed to be in his three-way, goddamn it.
Fuck is you talking about? So yes, I wasn't a crazy ex, but
that was a crazy
I did I have a crazy moment. I had a crazy moment.
You was mad.
Okay,
I didn't try to get her back or nothing like that.
I'm telling y'all what hurt him. It wasn't a cheating.
What was it?
It was a threesome with his boy.
Because he couldn't get it or didn't get it.
Y'all.
He wanted that threesome.
See,
listen,
that's why I don't tell the real shit.
I'm telling you, because that's my dog. And I'm telling you how guys think. He was that took him over the top. It wasn't a regular cheat.
Lord
it's like, oh, you gonna get this nigga a threesome? And you ain't give me one?
And her best friend was thick too. So I've been wanting to take the best friend down. I've been wanting to take the best friend down.
So that's
this
what it
is
was.
1997 right here, finest Chicago, finest 1997, right around February, April.
Oh Lord.
The shit. I moved in. I think I moved in the summer. My hand itching. Yes, Lord. I moved in the summer of like 97.
Yeah, rub it on me. Let me get the itchy money.
And she called me around October. Bro, I moved in August. She called me in October. Not even 2 months. I was gone 60 days and they fucking in the mouth.
Damn.
Excuse me, kids.
Yeah. Well, no, I have never been a crazy ex.
You ain't never did nothing crazy though? You ain't never did nothing crazy? Everybody did something crazy. Fuck out of here.
She's a Leo. The hell you mean she ain't did nothing crazy?
See that left?
Yeah.
That's color purple left.
I ain't going, bro.
I sat in that cell like to rot to death until I seed you in the market that day. You hear that laugh? You told Harpo to beat me. Go ahead. You did something crazy.
She did something. She Leo. Ain't no way in hell she
I
ain't
am
did
not the
crazy.
crazy ex.
And that's
okay, that's all I was gonna say. Okay. Women have a way with words.
RJ, you ain't never did nothing crazy?
Yeah, I did.
Damn it. Well, you know you
2 for
married,
1.
so that's in your past. We done talked about enough past today. let's get to the meme of the day and let's get the fuck off this episode
Wait,
before I bring up
wait,
some more
wait,
bullshit that y'all ain't supposed to know about.
Hold up. Why we can't hear about his story?
Because that's in his past. That's
in
his
the past.
He's
That was
one-
in
he's
your
one-
past.
You didn't tell your story. Did you tell your story?
No, she
I
didn't.
don't have one.
All right,
Yeah,
all
right.
right,
That's the
all
point.
right.
That's
Well,
what we
that's his story too. He don't
But
have
you-
one.
He's right, Kev. You're right, man. We all played both parts of it. You know what I'm saying? At some point in our life, we all been the crazy one. Now, I would say this: crazy meaning that you have a crazy moment, or crazy meaning that you're persistent on coming back, like stalkers. That's two different things.
Yeah.
Because you could be hurt like what you did, and you had a crazy moment. You wasn't like, "Oh, girl, please be back with me. Where you at? I'm coming to your job. I'm coming to your mama house."
Right.
You wasn't doing that. You just got pissed and broke the windows and was like, "All right, I feel better." You had a crazy moment.
It did make me feel better. I
It
wanted my
did. It
threesome.
did. It was like, man,
I wanted my threesome. That's why I broke both mirrors off.
I know. For
Yeah.
each girl.
Yeah.
I get it.
So the guy that I was dating that I wasn't in a relationship with
Uh-huh.
told me, he said that I hope whoever you next in the relationship with, he said I'm gonna torment him. He said I'm gonna torment him and I'm gonna have him jumped on. I'm gonna make sure that y'all not happy.
This a recent ex?
It was an ex dating a person I
How long
dated
ago?
a few months ago.
Lord help us.
A few months ago.
So at this point, why
you
But
got to
that-
hold on. What I'm saying is, you got to be dating an old school dude if he gonna get somebody jumped on.
It's just crazy to even be told that.
That
like,
is a
He gonna get
1990s threat.
somebody jumped on?
That is a
I
1990s
said,
threat
what?
right there. He gonna get
He wasn't.
I only
serious.
dated this man for 30 days.
He couldn't.
motherfucker gonna get the foo-fops put on him.
That's crazy.
And
He must have had the best.
still
He
be-
must have had the best study he ever had.
I don't know what he experienced, but
That
he
must have been the
obviously
best 30
didn't
days
want
he
it to
ever
go.
had. If he say he about to get somebody jumped on.
But when you realize you ain't compatible with somebody, I mean, just be real about it. Don't y'all want real shit in your life? Like, don't
I
be
mean,
mad because it
I-
didn't work out. Don't try to change for that person.
Some
I
people
was
just
changing
want
for
what
you.
they want.
No.
I say it all the time.
Do
Some people
you?
just want what they want. They'll see you and they want what they want from you. They don't want you, and they damn sure don't want you for you. They want you for themselves, and that's what people get a lot of this attention, a lot of this fake love get wrapped up in it, because you didn't know. First of all, you didn't know what they wanted. You don't know if they in touch with themselves, right? Okay, here come the chocolate gumbo. You don't know if they want you, or what they want from you, or if they want you or you for them. But y'all done went all in. You feel me? You done went all in and had sex and start going out and meeting family and doing all this shit. And even know if y'all toxicity levels and y'all match or balance. And by the time that shit settle out, one be up here and the other one be down there, but y'all so connected, and then y'all stuck in that space. Period. Y'all never get no closer and only get farther apart. And then when you like, fuck it, this ain't working. No, where you going? You stay here with me. We ain't right, but we gonna get right and never get right. Never do nothing to get right. You never change you, and I can't change me. This is who I am. This is who we are. But y'all stuck in that space now. Now y'all done got bills and an apartment and a car, and then had a baby, and then y'all stuck in this fucking space and can't never get out of it. So please be careful out here when you dating and soul tying and putting your motherfucking self in people's life. Be careful. It ain't about how long you wait to have sex with somebody. It's, are you in touch with yourself? Because once you start loving you, and once you start being all about you, that's why I said it's me season. If you're not all about you, you can't be about nothing else at all. Chocolate gumbo, bitch. All right, let's do the meme of the day.
Funny.
Meme of the day.
So I saw a meme that I resonated with, and it said, "Best friends, soulmates are a real thing, and I'm grateful I found you." So do y'all believe in of your best friend could be your soulmate?
Hold on. This beautiful black woman just said the nigga that she used to fuck with gonna get a nigga jumped on, and now she looking for a soulmate. You gonna get somebody beat up, man.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm not looking for it. I just feel like I have a best friend. When I saw this meme, this post, I can resonate with that because I have a best friend that I feel like we're soulmates as friends.
I thought you
Like,
was talking about another dude.
no, I ain't talking about no dude. I said the thing said best friend.
Lord help us, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you think that a friend could be a soulmate?
Yeah, absolutely. Soulmates don't have to be somebody. People in our lives come into them for a reason. So a lot of soulmates, a parent can be a soulmate. You feel me? Like soulmates ain't just something that you fall in love with. Soulmates are people that y'all got kindred souls and y'all just so happen to gravitate toward each other and be in the right place to where y'all can, yeah. So absolutely.
That's what
Absolutely.
we got. My bestie, she know who she is. Jennifer, shouts out to you, G.
Oh,
you know
Lord.
we here. I love you, girl.
Jesus Christ.
Name dropping.
You know she was gonna do it. I knew it. I was waiting.
Cause she deserve it.
Oh.
That's my boo thing. I love my friend.
Oh Jesus.
So what is that time of day, man? We gotta let it go. This felt really felt good today.
It really did, man. This is Chocolate Gumbo. It's always a pleasure bringing y'all the heat, and we're gonna keep bringing it. I'm RJ Mitchell.
And I'm Kendra.
And I am Big Keith. And shout out to RJ for these wonderful microphone stands, the new camera view, our new backdrop remodeled.
Hey, we got more coming to you.
Him and Mrs. Mitchell letting us do this in their wonderful establishment. This is a great place. I'm glad I'm doing this with y'all. And I'm comedian Big Keith, who is Big Keith on Instagram. I got my old Facebook page back, so get ready for more videos. And go to Chocolate Gumbo Instagram, Chocolate Gumbo Facebook, Chocolate Gumbo YouTube page. We're gonna be on Spotify. We're gonna be everywhere you need the streaming service to be.
So yeah, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Both are Chocolate Gumbo the podcast. Look us up, follow us, leave posts, comments, tag us, and whatever you may want to talk about. Hey, meet us there.
Meet us there, y'all. Until next time, it's always real. It's always fun. Let's end it out on a high note, y'all. Let's party.
Chocolate Gumbo. Chocolate
Hey.
Gumbo.
Hey.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week, y'all. Until next time, signing off.
Chocolate Gumbo.